POV, you unintentionally look like Wednesday Addams today. Ladies and fictional man, welcome back to my channel, and if you know, hi, I'm Kit. Today's video is going to be a negative one, and that's okay. We can all be negative sometimes. So, as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be for books I will never ever read. Any Sarah J Maas books, specifically ACOTAR. The reasoning being, even though I read books with smut in it, i.e. Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Henry, it's so good. I do not necessarily like it. However, in Astrid Parker, I do. That specific book I did. And from what I've seen of ACOTAR, there's a lot of smut and a lot of sex scenes, and I don't like them. I don't want to read like a really long book full of basically nothing but smut. Any books in the Shadowhunters universe by Cassandra Clare, there are like two main reasons. One, there are simply too many. Two, they aren't for me. Also, I heard a rumour that one of her books is a Ron and Ginny fanfiction. And incest is not a trope I like to read about, nor want to. One my sister has, which is A Little Life. And as much as I like to read books that make me cry, i.e. The Sight by David Clement Davies, it's my favourite book, and it's the first ever book to make me cry. I feel like A Little Life will make me cry too much, and I simply do not want that. Any more books by Colleen Hoover. Even though I legit have, It Ends With Us, Ugly Love, and It Starts With Us on my shelf. I've also read Verity. Those are it, and I'm not going to read any more. One, because I've heard mixed reviews about all of her other books, and two, because she is problematic. And I will not be delving into why she is problematic. But if you just search Colleen Hoover problematic, you can probably find it. The next one is the Mindfuck series, and I'm pretty sure it's by Abby St. James or something. I could be wrong. And of all the books in this list, this is probably one of the ones that I was most intrigued to read. However, I've heard way too many mixed reviews, which has fully demoted this book into I will never read list. Into my I will never read list. The vampire that is. Much like Shadowhunters, there are way too many. Also, I started watching the show before the UK Netflix took it off. I did not like the main character Elena. So if book Elena and show Elena are anything similar, I probably won't like her. And I'm not going to read a book where I don't like the main character. Any more books by J.K. Rowling. So pretty much like every other reader that I've read the Harry Potter series and loved it. But as a queer person myself, I do not support J.K. Rowling's actions or statements from the past year or so about the trans community, so I will no longer be reading any of her books, whether they pique my interest or not. The Zodiac Academy. When I first heard about this series after it blew up on Book Talk and BookTube, I had a slight interest because I thought the cover looked cool. Found out that the first book of the series has the bullying trope, and as someone that was like severely bullied in my past, I do not want to touch a book that has the trope. Like, if I don't know that the book has it, I will probably read it, but I know Zodiac Academy has the bullying trope, and it also has lack of consent, and I do not want to touch books that have lack of consent. So the next book is Magnolia Parks. I did have interest in reading this because, again, the cover looked cool, but I have since found out that the book has the cheating trope, and much like the bullying trope, is not a trope I stand behind, and it's not a trope I would like to read about. The last book I will not touch is the Two Awful Boys trilogy by Jenny Han, and that is because I've read the first book in the summer I turned pretty series trilogy thing by Jenny Han, and I did not like it enough to 1, continue the series, or 2, pick up any other book by Jenny Han, mainly the Two of the Boys I've Loved Before series. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment down below what videos you want me to do. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed that. Press the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get a notification every single time I upload a brand new video. And I shall see you in my next one.